Microtransactions is still a very highly contentious issue in the gaming community. My name is Cassius Kent, and I am still against games that cost $60 having microtransactions. Hi everyone. Recently, Jim Sterling put out a video lambasting the microtransactions in Ubisoft's latest Assassin's Creed Odyssey. And to a point, he's right. That game was just a mess, a glob of pre-order bonuses and microtransactions and etc, etc. The game, by all accounts, according to numerous gaming outlets, is good. The game is good, the game is fun, the game is actually made me excited to play an Assassin's Creed game. But Jim's video made me kind of wanted to walk that back a little bit because of all the microtransactions. I get really iffy on games when there is a time-saving mechanic, when there is a time-saving mechanic available for purchase with money. I don't understand why the game is balanced in such a way that the time savers are there. Because under normal circumstances, those would be quests in the game. Under normal circumstances, those would be tuned to make it so that the game doesn't feel too grindy. However, in Assassin's Creed Odyssey, you can buy microtransactions that make the grinding less grindy. Make it so you get more experience doing things, etc, etc. And I am not against games having time-saving mechanics. However, I am against time-saving mechanics being in a game that's already full price. It shouldn't be there. It just shouldn't be there. And according to Jim, it is clear that these time-saving mechanics were put in the game to entice people to buy them because the EXP grinding takes so long. I've seen people like Jason Schreier push back on that a little bit, saying no, it's not necessary, but I haven't played the game and I probably won't be playing the game for quite a while now. But the fact remains, $60 is a lot for a video game. It's not enough in my opinion, but it's still $60. It is still a lot. And the game shouldn't be inundated with any microtransactions whatsoever. It shouldn't be bogged down. You can still make a fantastic single-player game without any microtransactions, as we've seen with God of War, as we've seen with Spider-Man and Horizon and Zelda. No microtransactions whatsoever. Sure, those games that have DLC, but those DLCs added to the game. In Spider-Man, for instance, if that was a Ubisoft game, I promise you, and I guarantee you, above anything else, you would have had to pay tooth and nail to get the Iron Spider suit, to get any of his other costumes. Instead of being unlocked in the game, you would have had to pay for them outright. You can at me on that, honestly. I firmly believe that if this was an EA game, if it was an Ubisoft game, they would have charged you for those costumes instead of them being in the game. And I feel like they should be in the game. That's how I feel about microtransactions. If I'm going to pay you a lot of money for a video game, I should just be able to have the full experience. And when there are microtransactions in the game, I am never going to have the full experience because I am never going to pay money. I am never going to buy any microtransactions on a game I've already spent money on. Let's look at Destiny, for example. You guys know how I love talking about Destiny. I have not spent a single dollar. I have not spent a single dollar in Eververse since Destiny launched, since it came to Destiny, since they took Eververse out of the game and put it back in with the microtransaction, selling emotes and skins, etc. Not a single cent. And even the pity silver they give you for buying the game, or hey, you want to test the service out to see how you like it? Want to get a cool emote here, kiddo? It's like, no, fuck off with that. I don't care how many cool things you put in the game. And sure, in Destiny, anyway, there is a way to get all the things without paying actual money. There are a lot of people who've never spent a dime. But I feel like they should just be unlockable in the game, like shaders, for example. Destiny's entire shader economy is focused around the Eververse, and it's so scummy, it's so gross. In Destiny 1, you got one shader and that's it. That's the only one you ever needed. But in Destiny 2, you have one-use shaders that you apply to one piece of armor. It's mind-boggling that got through. That had to be in the game, because that's an Activision. That breeds an Activision decision. It's so scummy, and I hate it so much. Things like that should be permanent, especially things that you unlock in the game anyway. And sure, they alleviated a lot of that in Destiny 2 with the collections, being able to pull out shaders from your collection with a small fee of in-game currency, things that you can get easily in-game, no problem. Even if it's luxury shards, that's nothing. That's candy. That's candy in Destiny. And it's just unfortunate that AAA games especially, are being made around these microtransaction machines that honestly don't add anything to the game. And it just grosses me out every time I see it in games like Destiny or Assassin's Creed. Why in God's name are there microtransactions in Assassin's Creed? But okay, fine, they're there. You're charging $60 for the game and you want more money from me. More money that I don't have to pay, sure, but I'm not getting a very good experience from your game, because some of these some of these things are balanced around the entire game, like the XP for example. It's balanced around the game. So instead of gaining the appropriate amount of XP for being at the appropriate level in the game, you're getting less experience, so you have to do more grindy things. The missions are repetitive, so they're boring, you're not having fun, and you're diminishing the overall experience of someone who really likes Assassin's Creed, for example. And it's just so gross that we've come to this point. And listen, I am absolutely on team, it's cosmetic, who cares? I don't care. That's obviously not true, but in games like League of Legends, for example, that's a free as fuck game, dude. You can download that and play it right now, never have to spend a cent. Or you can download it, find a champion you really like Irelia. You play her a bunch, like hundreds of hours of just playing Irelia or Jax. And you go to the shop, you're like, you know what? I can drop maybe $50 to get some skins to these champions I like playing so much. That's my entire league experience. I was never coerced into buying anything from Riot's shop. I was never coerced. The only thing that a maybe questionable amount of money I've spent on were room pages, and that's it. But the skins, it was a no-brainer for me. It was like, yeah, I play a lot of Amumu, I play Jax, I play Aurelia, I play Tristana. I own every single Tristana skin, even the legendary ones, even the discontinued ones. Every single one. Since 2011, I have bought all of Tristana's skins. I don't even play League of Legends that much anymore, and every time they come out with a new skin, I keep an eye on it because that's my girl. But the fact remains, Riot isn't super scummy about how they handle the microtransactions. Sure, they've raised the price of skins as time went on. However, the quality of those skins have also increased drastically from 2011. So sure, the higher price is warranted. And I oftentimes don't even buy skins at full price. I wait until the sale because I'm not coerced into buying them. I don't have to. It's not necessary. It's something that adds to my experience in a positive way. I want to look cool while I'm feeding. And that's the point. It's just something that adds to my little enjoyment that I'm getting out of playing this free as fuck video game. Games like Destiny don't have that. Games like Assassin's Creed don't have that. You want to look cool, you gotta open a coin, you gotta open a purse. I'm sorry, that's just the way it is now. I want to be able to earn these things in game. And in Destiny's case, Destiny's the lesser of the two evils, the game in these two games that I'm comparing right now, that has microtransactions in a full price game. Because in Destiny's case, you can earn a lot of the things in game for free, especially with the prismatic matrix that guarantees you things from the Eververse, or just the way bright engrams work now. You have a reduced chance of getting duplicates. And eventually, opening enough bright engrams, you will own every piece of Eververse item before you see a duplicate. And that's great. That's how the system should honestly be. There's a way to earn it. Sure, you don't earn as many bright engrams per week, but you are guaranteed, if you have 3 characters, 9 bright engrams per week. If you don't play that much, you are still guaranteed at least 3. And that's still a lot. And eventually you just unlock everything, and not to mention the free bright dust that they give you from dismantling shaders, from dismantling Eververse items that you don't want, dismantling basically anything in the game that comes from the Eververse store gives you bright dust, and you can use the bright dust to buy some things that test sells on a week-by-week basis. Assassin's Creed doesn't have that, and there's no apparent way to earn these things in-game. I would be fine with the microtransactions if there was a way to get it in-game. When there's something that boosts your EXP, for example, that should be in the game. There should be an item that you have to climb a mountain to get, and then use it. And now, fine, okay, whatever. Put them, but if you don't want to do that, if you don't say you don't have the time to do it, go ahead. And this was a big thing that Total Biscuit brought up in his counter argument to microtransactions. There are people who have more money than time, and they cannot be fucked to play the game in a way the developers intended. They want to play the game, but they want to be quicker about it. So something like an EXP boost would be a great benefit to them, and I suspect someone like TB, God rest his soul, would participate in getting something that makes it so you get through the game faster, because this game is still fun. He still wants to play it. If Assassin's Creed was his cup of tea, he still want to play it, but it wouldn't take away from his overall experience. But Jim doesn't feel that way. Jim feels like the game should just be the way you get EXP should be balanced, period, and not balanced on microtransactions. The way you unlock skins for your horses or your characters should not be balanced around the microtransactions, and it's just unfortunate that they are. But I've gone on for entirely too long on this subject that I'm sure we're going to talk about again. What do you think about microtransactions in games? Do you think they're warranted? Do you think that microtransactions on top of a season pass, on top of DLC, on top of everything else that they're just asking you for more money is warranted? Well, that's it from me. Let me know in the comments below what you think. If you're new here, I release 5 videos a week mostly. I only released 3 videos last week because I didn't really have anything else to talk about. Honestly, I'm still still toiling through the game that I want to showcase for Wednesday. It's probably not even going to be a video Wednesday because it's taking longer than I expected to get to the point of the game I want to show off. But that's neither here nor there. I do usually release 5 videos a week. Tuesdays and Thursdays are usually my Destiny days unless something comes up. So if you like what you see, if you like what you hear, please be sure to subscribe. It really helps the channel out. If you're returning, thank you for listening for me drone on about microtransactions for the last 10 or so minutes. Let me know what you think in the comments below again. I'm really interested to hear what you think. Should microtransactions be in video games that cost $60, that cost an exuberant amount of money? Because sometimes I guess they have their, no, I know, I'm of two minds. It's like, it's just cosmetic, but then just let us unlock it in the game, please. So that's how I feel about it. But whatever you decide to do, thank you for watching, thank you for listening, and until next time, please take care.